thanks for checking out the Waypoint Outdoor Adventure channel. My name is Justin Van Ferrari, and yes, I'm a little crazy in the head, but I love the outdoors, I love adventure, and I love bringing people along on the journey. Oh, got him! Join me as we brave the wilds of North America or wherever else we happen to be on the planet. See what we can do. As you can see, I've already got a lot of great content posted, so feel free to enjoy that, but I'm going to keep working hard to bring you some awesome adventures, some incredible bushcraft experience, and some outdoor wilderness survival, some hunting, some fishing, lots of awesome primitive traps, and all sorts of other crazy adventures. So thanks again for checking out the Waypoint Outdoor Adventure channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Share this channel because we are just getting started. All right, hey guys, what is happening? So glad to be here. As you can tell, I'm not inside, I am outside and sitting here chilling next to the campfire. Let's see who we got here. I've got so much technology sitting here by the fire. I don't know if this should be allowed. It should be against the law to have this much technology around a campfire. I have spotlights. I have like studio lights. I've got three cameras. I've got a laptop. I've got my my iPad. I have this right here, which is my iPhone, and I have a special guest, and they also have a phone, and they're here, and I am excited because this special guest is one of the most amazing adventurers and one of my favorite people to go out on adventures with. So you'll get a chance. If I slipped with a camera. We're doing a multi-camera angle out in the woods, which should be against the law. And so if you were here at the very beginning, you saw the slip, but maybe you didn't catch it. I don't know. So anyways, who we got here? We got Grace Martin is here. We were actually chatting before the stream started, and she said it's been raining down in southern Indiana. Bummer. It was sunny, and it was like 60 degrees today here in Michigan. It was absolutely amazing. So we decided, rather than trying to do a live stream in the house, which is what I always do and what everybody always does, I did one other live stream out here by the fire. It was like a fireside chat when I shared why I got into YouTube and what we're doing. So you know why I got started, but. It was so much fun to do it out here. I've got a pretty sweet setup. We're not in a super remote location. I know it might kind of look like that, but we're not. So, but Grace is here. Grace, you rock. Thanks so much for stopping in and being here and being the first one, even before the live stream started. You are so supportive of so many different people. It's encouraging. I need you to know, and maybe you hear that, but you are a huge encouragement. Nicole, you're the same way. Nicole, thanks so much for being here. I don't know how you guys keep up with all the live streams. I'll be honest. Like, I feel bad because I go in spurts and I try to check in for at least a few minutes, but you guys are rock solid. You're supporting so many people, and it means a lot. John Weber is in the house. Hey, John, how you doing? Great to see you. And I hope I know you're here in Michigan. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful weather and got a lot done today. Grace Nicole, Hope Weber, good to see you, Hope. How you doing? Mallory, Quebec Homestead, you are in the house, and thanks so much for being here. Ginger is in here, and yeah. Well, hey guys, thanks so much. Mallory, congrats on your what's the name of the team you're on? Put it on here right now, and put a comment what show you're on. I think everybody who's here already knows that, but that's pretty sweet. That's big time. And I can say I knew you before you were famous. All right, now you're famous and you're still cool. So, but thanks so much for being here. I've got awesome stuff I want to talk about. I want to give you some channel updates. I want to give you some personal life updates. I have a special guest here with me today, and we're gonna reminisce on some of our adventures together, and so we'll do that. But at 10:30 or 10 o'clock, it's 9:36, so it's going to be a short live stream, half-hour live stream. At 10 o'clock, we're releasing a video, and I had it on my channel. It's been on there for a while, but it was literally the first video that I ever did, and so I polished it up a little bit, but I couldn't get it to premiere. I really wanted to do a premiere right after the live stream and send all you guys over there. We'll put a link in there, but it's currently private and it's set to go public at 10 p.m. So we'll wrap up at 10, and I don't like doing long live streams anyways. I run out of things to say, and I'm an introvert. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert, and so I just, I run out of things to say. You guys that can go on for hours are absolutely amazing. So, channel updates, special guest, and personal updates. So that's kind of the thing. How do you guys like over the last week? If you've been following my channel, you know I've started just releasing some shorts. I can't guarantee I'm going to do those on a daily basis. But I have so far, and I've got some scheduled for Monday, I got some scheduled for Tuesday, and we'll keep doing it. They're just real simple, they're real short. Some of them are fun, some of them are like, let's learn something, and some of them are just me out in the woods having fun. So, yeah, what do you think of those? I know YouTube, if you don't know this, if you go to the mobile app, I added the short shelf, is what they call it. It's a shelf up there at the top, so you can see all my short videos, and it's something in beta that they're trying out. So I just trying to get a little bit more exposure and also be able to send out more content on a more regular basis. So I'm not getting away from the fun stuff. In fact, since we last talked, you guys had a chance, hopefully, to watch the Lost Hunter episode, where I caught and cooked a porcupine over the fire. We talked about water. We talked about what to do in that kind of a scenario, how to stay warm, and I kind of demonstrated that. It was a fun episode to film. I went out on like 7 days. I was gone up in northern Michigan, and so instead of filming like I've done in the past, 7-day extreme winter challenge, or 7-day survival, whatever, I decided I was going to instead just take and film overnight, just individual overnight adventures, because honestly, those are the ones that seem to do the best in my channel. The series ones, I've got some series that have taken off, but I don't know. So I just want to try something different, so I wasn't doing the same thing kind of year after year. All right, let's catch up on some comments here. You guys are just chatting to yourselves. I saw the video, it just won't let me comment. What video is that, Nicole? Is that the one, like the new video that's coming out? No problem, Mallory. Maybe I already missed you. You're out of here, but thanks so much for stopping in. Oh, you can't even give a thumbs up. It's because I have too many thumbs up. I don't need any more thumbs up. Crazy. I don't know. Who knows why YouTube does what YouTube does. So, so the shorts, that's something I'm going to keep doing over the next, I don't know, at least until I get bored of it, or you guys tell me to stop doing shorts and just do longs. I don't know. But I don't know, I'm having fun with it right now. I've got so much footage that's never seen the light of day that I never really kind of found a place to put in any of my videos. And some of them are in videos, they're just kind of short to maybe draw attention to the actual video. So last week, I said I'm just waiting on the official in terms of this property we're talking about, and I want to release the video. It's all edited, it's all ready, it's in the queue. We just don't have it. It's like something happens and then we think, okay, good, we're clear to close, and then something else, and it's just with COVID, everything's kind of backlogged, and honestly the housing market is just crazy. I don't know what it's like where you guys are at, but where we're at, it's like you cannot buy a house fast enough. Like if it's anything is simply a house or a property or whatever, if it's anywhere near a good deal, it's snatched up immediately. And so I'm sure that all the banks and all the lending institutions and everything are packed, and so I get it. But I don't mean to keep dragging it on. I hope you don't start losing steam with it. We will do that. We're going to do the contest, but I just want to wait and make sure it's official. I don't think it's going to fall through, but I just want to make sure before we do that. So those are the two big: channel update, life update, and the contest. So that's still in the works. This week I'm going to release a video, and you heard it here first. It's kind of, it might be a little controversial. I don't know if it's going to be. I kind of sought some input on it because for those of you who've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that I applied for the Alone Show on History Channel. Season 6, I made it to boot camp, and then I was not selected to actually be a participant on the show. I mean, I was this close. And so for a long time, I didn't really share that, and maybe even some of you didn't know that. But I was there were some non-disclosure agreements I had in place, and I was just a little unclear as to the timeline and what that meant and things like that. And I started like mentioning it a few times, and I kind of like referenced I wanted to be a part of a show. I don't know if I mentioned the name, but now I feel like it's been long enough. Season 6 of Alone, History Channel's Alone, has come and gone, but I feel like I've got some thoughts and some input that might help somebody else. Right? For a long time I thought, well, maybe they'll give me a second chance, and maybe they will. Maybe this video will disqualify me from that second chance. I don't know. But it's been on my heart, and so I want to do that video, and I just want to talk. Basically, it's going to be a little bit of a catchy title. I talked to Zach Fowler. He said I should do this. He said, so on his recommendation, he's the YouTube master, so I'm going to follow his lead. Why I got kicked out. Alone, History's Alone Show, Season 6, why I got kicked out before it even started. That's going to be the video title, and I'm releasing that this week. So look for that. I'm excited about it. And we'll see. Maybe it'll get some traction. Alone just opened up their casting for season 9, so I know there's a lot of people searching for how to get on the Alone Show, how to apply. I'm going to show my video that I submitted to them, how I went about it, how I got noticed out of 20,000 people who applied, and so I think there's going to be a lot of good information. And hopefully, my hope is it helps the show. I'm not doing it because I'm bitter or upset or whatever. I was, but I'm past that. Right? I want to do that so I can help other people get an opportunity, and hopefully have a great time. I love the show. I love the show, and I want to continue to support it. So, without further ado, this person, my mystery guest, has been waiting here, has been sitting here quietly. She's, I let it out, let the cat out of the bag. It's a she, all right, and she's been sitting here patiently. I want to introduce her right now. This is my favorite fellow adventurer, the one that I love to go out and do crazy stuff with, who is probably about as crazy as me and willing to try anything at least once. Here she is. Close up.
Hello.
My daughter Ginger. This is Ginger. She's been in a few videos with me. We just went out, did winter camping and deer hunting not too long ago. We talked about that a little bit last week. But Ginger, why don't you introduce yourself? You've seen her on videos, but she's never gotten a chance to really talk to you and introduce herself to you. Who are you? What do you like to do? And what's one thing that you're like really passionate about doing right now?
Well, my name is Ginger, like you said. I love chickens. I don't know. I just really like birds. I don't know. Yeah.
Grace Martin says hello. Grace, did you have any idea that we were bringing Ginger on the live stream tonight? So she's down here for the week. We were gonna Skype in, and then we're like, hey, she's here. Let's not Skype in. Let's just do it live. So we are right here sitting by the fire. Isn't this an amazing view? Isn't this absolutely incredible right here? And we've got some footage of some past survival experiences and stuff that we've done. And but before we get into that, she said she likes chickens. She likes birds. No joke. She has. Tell them about Shannon. Tell them about Shannon. They'll like it.
So I have a hen. She was originally a friend of mine. When she was about a month old, one of the roosters that is kind of just a loner got in and pecked her head down to the skull, and it was really gruesome, and everyone thought she was going to die, but I was like, well, I'll try to save her. So I did. I put hydrogen peroxide because it was still bleeding and it helped dry out the wound, and then it had exposed bone and I didn't want the bone to dry out, so I put Neosporin on it, and then I just did Vetricin Plus like 2 to 4 times a day for the first 7 days, and then once a day after that. And she's pretty much totally healed up now, and she should lay an egg any day. She's got a little bit of scar tissue and she has a little bit of a scab still, but her feathers are starting to grow through it, so I'm pretty confident she'll look like a normal bird pretty soon. So
that was pretty cool. I didn't see her like when it happened, but I mean it was pretty touch and go for her for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was, I don't want to be too gruesome, but it was really bad.
Yeah.
Like they basically ate the entire back of her head.
Yeah. And that's one thing I love about my daughter is she has such a big heart, not just for birds and animals, for people too, but like she just goes out of her way to just, like most people would have written that, Shannon off, and she poured time, energy, and love into it, and the chicken is so friendly right now. She just like is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so Ginger that is her thing right now. You are raising some chickens, right? How many do you have total? Tell us about all of them.
I have 12 currently in our backyard right now over there. So I have Shannon separated until her head wound covers completely. Otherwise, chickens are cannibalistic creatures, so they would re-eat her head, and I don't want that to happen. And then I have 3 hens that are of laying age, 2 phoenix crosses, and 1 Easter egger. The Easter egger is Bun Bun. She's a white splash Easter egger. She's very fuzzy looking, and she's huge. And then I have Ava, one of the Phoenix crosses. She's kind of Rhode Island red colored, except she has like some almost salmon colored feathers here and there throughout, and so you'll see her next week probably. And then Hope is just a classic gold colored bird. So they're very friendly. Every time you want to pet them, they just sit down and you could just pet them. So they're very friendly. And then I have 8 chicks that I'm actually raising for a friend who is here on the live stream currently, Hope Weber. So hopefully that works out. So I have 1 Brahma, 1 gold-laced Wyandotte, 2 Rhode Island Reds or production Reds. I'm not quite sure what they were. They were kind of all jumbled together. But they look like Rhode Island Reds to me. And then I have 2 Australorps and then 2 Satin Silkies, which aren't actually a breed yet, but they're still being developed. So they're pretty cool. They're basically Silkies, the super fuzzy ones, but they come in all the colors of a Cochin, I believe, and they have normal chicken feathers. They're still super soft. They're not like normal hard feathered birds. They're very soft feathered, so they can't really fly anywhere, but they have poofy heads. So I think they're going to be pretty popular.
Sweet. So Mallory, I know I said bye to you earlier, but then it looked like you were still in here. If you're still here, have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. Nicole, yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. Grace says Mallory's new spider in the monitor video. I have to go check that out, I guess. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure what that is. SD Mountain Man, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. And he said, Ginger, he said, do you see that comment?
Yeah.
Where was it? I saw it, but it's gone. He said something. Oh, back Bacitracin. Is that how you say that?
I have no
Helps
clue.
a lot on the farm. All right, so we'll have to maybe check into it. I know there's a lot of different things like that.
Yeah.
But so he said he had a chicken. I bet. Oh, with a bad eye maybe, and that fixed it.
Yeah.
Recovery room in the coop. Yeah. So basically, she has a chicken coop. We had some footage, and I was going to put it in the queue. We filmed it this afternoon when it was still light, and we're trying to get this all set up, and I totally forgot to load it in. So, but she's going to be here now for a while, for at least a week or so. Next Sunday night, we'll talk more chickens on the farm here, if you can consider this a farm in town. You just heard the train go by just a little while ago, so we're not in that remote of a location. So we're sitting out behind my house in town, but 2 acres of woods behind us. It's beautiful. Excellent. So here's what I want to do. I want to take the next few minutes, actually a half hour. I talked a lot, so that intro was really long, but we've got some footage, some never before seen footage of our last adventure together.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and Ginger went out with me, and then Lincoln, her younger brother, my son, was out there. He is 8 years old. He just turned 8, and we went out for 3 days hunting in northern Michigan. All right, so I have a video here, and I think I can get this to you here. Let's see if I push the right button. Okay, so this is us hunting. That you see right now, that's Ginger off in the woods, and she's overlooking this bog area.
Was that when I was on my stomach in the snow?
Yeah, this is Lincoln. This is what Lincoln did. Well, we were hunting. He was hunting bad guys. He had a whole series, about 8 or 10 books of that. And then we had a buddy that came out just for the day that day. That's Dan. And so we're kind of all spread out just a little bit. Excellent location. Actually, where Ginger is sitting, believe it or not, that was her idea to sit there, and she felt like that was going to be a good spot. The next day, that's where I got a shot at a deer. So that was Lincoln when we first started. here is Lincoln when after a little while of hunting. Let's see what happens. There he is. There's Dan. Dan's still out there. He's checking out, looking for deer. At least I think. I don't know if his eyes were open or closed. He didn't move very much. But there's Ginger, still intently looking, and Lincoln is cached out. So that became kind of an ongoing joke, where we were just like, all right, Lincoln. So here, this is this video clip. I don't know if you can hear this or not. All right, how many deer did you see earlier today?
I saw a movement across the street.
Yeah. How many sheep did you see before that?
Sheep?
Weren't you counting sheep? Well, it's a little wet, snowy kind of weather.
Yesterday,
So-
Ginger said that I was giggling in my sleep.
Yeah, you did. Oh, he was too. You were like this. And then a little bit later, you went, and you kicked Daddy.
Yep.
So you must have been having a ninja dream or something. Yeah, no, it was really funny. He was curled up asleep, and I'm like looking around the woods because I'm like, did I see something over there? I'm like, just, I had not very experienced with hunting, so every time a leaf falls, I'm like, but I'm like looking around, and I'm like, oh man, I think I heard something, and then I hear, ha 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 ha, and I like look over, and he's like totally asleep.
But he had a grin on his face. He had a
grin on his face, and he like just giggled out loud, and it was so cute.
Yeah. And then was it the same time, or was it a different time that he just like literally kicked me?
Oh no, that was the same time. That was
like
about probably
after.
15 minutes later. It was just, it wasn't like a soft kick either. It was like a bam.
Yeah, just like he jerked, his whole body spasmed. We asked him what he was dreaming about, and he had absolutely no clue.
Yeah. So
Ginger, what was your thoughts on the whole experience? You like it? Was it?
Yes, it was awesome. I really want to go more next year, instead of just at the end, like to have more chances to go out. It might be a really weird thing, but I've always wanted to learn how to like tan a pelt. Mm-hmm. So I think that'd be cool if we got a deer to learn how to do that. Yep.
So we don't have a whole lot more time, but I want to tell you a story. Ginger was over at her grandma's house, and really sad. Somebody in front of my mom's house, her grandma's house, hit a deer. And so I got a phone call, and I said, they said, somebody hit a deer, do you want it?
Well,
and
there's more to it than that, too. Can I say the first part?
Okay, go ahead. So, Ginger wants to tell you the first part of the story.
Just really quick. So I'm alone at Grandma's because she was cleaning church. And I get a phone call from Grandma saying that the DNR might show up. And then that was all she said. And I was like, okay. And so then a little bit later, I'm on a FaceTime with my Aunt Mary in Germany. And the DNR comes and knocks at the door, and they're like, all right, there's going to be 2 shots. You good? And I'm like, for what? And they're like, the deer someone hit out there. And it was like right in the middle of the yard. Like if I would have looked out the window, I would have seen it, but I just didn't. And then afterwards they came back. I thought they were going to leave with it, but they came back and they're like, do you have anyone who wants it? So I called Dad, and then he was like, yeah.
I was like, well, tell me about the deer. What kind of deer is it? And I says, a buck or a doe? And so Ginger hadn't been out there, and I heard the DNR officer in the background say, oh yeah, it's a full-grown doe. I'm like, okay, I'll come get it, and so I drive a half hour to go get this deer, and I go up. The deer still had spots on it. All right, it was poor deer was a fawn. Okay, and I'm like, well, I'm here. I really don't want to let it go to waste. I mean, it's already dead. So Ginger and I taught Ginger how to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
She actually, cut its stomach open, and we took the guts out and all that kind of stuff. She field dressed it, and then, but like as we're field dressing it, I like just look, like it's not a doe even. It basically was Bambi. It was
Yeah.
it was a male fawn,
Yeah, and the DNR
not
people
even
were
a button
like,
buck.
the
The
DNR was
DNR officer said it's a full-grown doe, so that was a funny story. So, not a whole lot of meat on that one, but
No.
it was poor little fella. SD Mountain Man, last few years have been asking about roadkill and haven't had a deer in a few years, hoping to get a license this year. The last 3 years we've been out hunting. Lincoln's caught some with me, and we almost got one when we were out on the adventure, and we'll release that video. But I'm probably going to wait until hunting season comes back around to release my elk hunt and my and the deer hunting stuff that I have. So I just try to time the videos in a way that will get more reach as well. So lots of good stuff coming. So Ginger and I, some of you who've been following this channel have maybe seen all my videos, but I think a lot of you have not seen all my videos, and so we are re-releasing an oldie but a goodie. Okay, Ginger, how old are you right now?
I am 17.
17, soon to be 18. All right, which comes after 17. So this was, we were trying to figure out how long ago this was, but take a good look at Ginger right now, and then now here's Ginger in this video right here. This was her first.
What you doing?
I think that was 8th grade year.
You think 8th grade?
I
It's
think
either
it-
7th or 8th.
Got some cattail
I think
here.
it was the summer between.
It's
or
still
summer
early enough
of 8th
that
grade.
there's some good. The white stuff at the ends is
So-
edible on the inside before it becomes too fibrous.
I have a funny story for this afterwards too.
But we have a ton of root, rhizome root for the cattail. So Ginger's impatiently waiting. I said they taste a lot better over the fire. Everything tastes better over the fire, but I think she might be a little hungry. So, all right, so we've been harvesting cattail along here. There's plenty to go around. There we go. We can cook the rhizome later. Absolutely yummy. Cattail is one of my favorite plants. Has uses all year round. Some of you who remember my videos I posted last winter, I was digging through the ice to get some of the cattail root. You literally have a food source 24/7, 365 days a year with this. So we tested the boat out, and that was a pass. It's not the most comfortable, and it's not the best tracking vessel that we've ever created, but it'll do the job. It'll get us out into the lake, and hopefully this evening we'll be able to catch some fish. So that's the plan.
All right, so that's a little glimpse into the video that we're releasing. We did catch and cook, fish, wild edibles, no food for 4 days, and Ginger's got a funny story with that. She'll tell you. We're gonna wrap up here. It's 10:04, so in just a few minutes, that other video is live on the channel. But if you have any questions for Ginger, type them in there, because it takes a few minutes, right, for the live stream to catch up to us live. So if you have any questions for Ginger, what did she think of, or what? Talk about the chickens, talk about the hunting experience, talk about the survival, the father-daughter survival thing we did. You just saw a glimpse of that on the video, and while you're doing that, she's got a story she's going to tell you about that. We're gonna play a video of Ginger being super creative fishing. Okay, so we've got this right here in the queue, and while you're watching that, it's just silent. It's just Ginger fishing, and she's gonna tell you a story. Well. All right.
Okay, so it's not about the cattail, it's about the cucumber.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so at the end, after this, our grandma, or well, not his grandma, my grandma came, and she had a cucumber, and I was pretty hungry because I was not used to doing that kind of stuff. And she goes, "Hey Ginger, do you want part of this cucumber?" And I was like, "Yes, please." She cut the end off and threw it in the woods, and I chased after it because I thought that was what I was gonna do. And she's like, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" And then she's like, "Oh, did you think I was throwing that like to taunt you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then I actually found it and ate it, but she gave me a real piece of cucumber, so it's okay.
Yeah,
But it
that
was really
that
funny.
was pretty funny. So after 4 days, I mean, we had fish. We had a ration bar.
Yeah.
You'll see that. Ginger explains that a little bit in the video. But well, really, I mean, there was not a whole lot to eat. She was a trooper, but and my mom said, "I want to come up, but I don't want to do the survival thing." So the last day she came up, and I think it was actually the 5th day.
The 5th day, yeah.
And so after we had done it for 4 days, and then she brought all this food, and so here we are, like, when you're out in the woods for 4 days, and her metabolism, you know, she's a teenage girl, you know, and it's like, it was just ravenous, and so that was actually pretty funny. She literally, I thought she was going to jump, I thought she was going to leap into the thing. Ginger, what are you doing right here in this video?
I'm trying to catch the world's biggest fish ever.
So so we tried fishing for hours on that lake. There was one day it started raining, and I was out there fishing, which I thought would be the perfect time to catch fish. And then you saw the makeshift hobo reel. We couldn't catch anything, but there's all these little fish jumping all
in the
over
middle of the
place.
lake.
Out
Like,
in the middle of the lake.
And we kind of, after a while, decided if there's little fish in the middle of the lake, there's probably not big fish that, like, really at least very many. So we...
anyone in the chat, fishermen, or know a ton about fishing, because, like, it was like literally there were minnows just thousands of minnows all over the lake, but just tiny, and just, I mean, you could see them down a little bit, but they were mostly up by the surface, and we just, I mean, not a single large fish. So my suspicion is the lake froze out, and most of the fish died, and maybe the year before or something, all there were little ones. Is that possible? But here is Ginger, and believe it or not, in just a moment, she's about to have some success.
Yeah, and I was using an empty hook, like a fly, because there was mosquitoes everywhere. So I thought if I can use that, just and jiggle it in the water and make it look like something tasty to a fish, it might work.
SD Mountain Man said, never
I got
roasted
one,
cattail.
look.
You ate it raw? Yeah, it really, I mean, it is, especially when it's cold out. There she is, she got it. Success. Giant fish. But yeah, just roast over the fire. You just leave it inside, and then you just kind of peel the burnt layers. You just throw them in the coals, and the outer layer, just throw out the older layers, and then you just eat the part that's not fibrous. You know, once it gets to a point where it's like starts to get like celery, and then it starts to get like worse than celery because you can't, like, it's just stringy, and so. Hey, SD Mountain Man, thanks so much for stopping in. And Nicole says, I take my food serious too. Yeah, absolutely. So, hey guys, I don't know who all is left here in the live stream. We're gonna end with a video here. This is kind of the culmination. This is probably the low point of that survival trip with Ginger and I. Ginger is gonna post the link to this video that's premiering. This is my first ever video on YouTube. If you go all the way back, like this is kind of where it first started, and then so post that link, and this right here, they're gonna. Well, We now have new sleeping arrangements. Ginger has moved in to my house. So we did test the limits of that Survive Outdoor Longer SOL Escape Bivy. It's the Escape Bivy Light. I've had it for a few years. It's always kept me dry in the rain, but not this time. How's it doing in the rain this time, Ginger?
It's totally wet all the way through.
So it seems there is a limit to its waterproofness. So, yeah, we are in here. All right, so there's a little glimpse of it, and we were underneath a little Frog Togs poncho, huddling for the next few hours, and you get to see the rest of that video if you head over there. Follow that link. You posted that link, Ginger?
Yes, I did.
So this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. One ED at the end of that, not two. The fire is here we go. The fire is dying down. We've been out here for a few hours, kind of just chilling and getting ready for this. And we're gonna go inside. We're gonna watch the video with you. And it's not a premiere. I wish I could have got a premiere going. We could chat during the premiere, but go over there. I really would love to see this video take off. I think it's got some great content, and it just was like I didn't know anything about YouTube analytics or anything like that when we launched it several years ago, and so I kind of updated it, gave it a little facelift, and we want to share it with you. So I think a lot of you, maybe some of you, have not had a chance to see it. So follow that link, and I'll put a link in the description as well if it's not there already, and that way you can see it. So enjoy.